Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Oh, welcome to my channel. It is time for the next installment of the Full Deck Challenge 4, being hosted by Shanuki Art, and I'll leave a link to her introductory video, and we are up to week 24. And our prompts are colorless, lace, frame, mushroom, thread, and yeah, I thought about it, but I can't do colorless. But we are going to do lace, frame, mushroom, and thread. And so I've already gone ahead and covered the playing card with some teal tissue paper, just to give the surface a little bit more tooth. I've also die cut out from some purple cardstock. It's the Tim Holtz Sizzix Impresslet, and it is Floral Frame 665016, in case you're interested. Don't know if it's still available out in the wild, but you can always check if you're interested. And I've pulled out my Sizzix Lustre Wax, and I've got charcoal and silver, because the charcoal has a little bit of a bluish tint to it. So I want to add that on first and then add some silver as well. I'm just going to put some on my finger and rub it on top to bring out the embossing, because what the Impresslet does is it die cuts and embosses at the same time. Use some water and a cloth to clean off my fingers and do some silver on here. Go more on the edges with the silver, and I'll do some on the inside edge as well. I don't know what's up with the silver, because normally the luster waxes smell kind of orangey, and the silver does not smell good. Alright, I think I'm going to come back in with a little bit more of the charcoal. And go along it just one more time. And I realized as I did this, I wanted to put some silver on the playing card too. So we'll open that up again in a sec. All right, that just makes the embossing pop on there. So let's do a little of the silver luster wax kind of along the edges of our playing card. I am gonna go wash my hands so that I don't get luster wax on everything. I'll be right back. Okay, so I cleaned off my hands. And I've got a digital by, I just got smooshed on it, paper snippet company, and I figured we'd have our mushroom kind of bursting out of the frame, kind of like that, and then we'll trim off the excess and it'll go on like that. But I also want to put some lace behind it. So let's glue our mushroom to the frame. And trim around and get rid of the excess. Now I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac and attach the lace behind the mushroom and the frame. gonna go on like so. So let's go ahead and glue that down. All right. Now, I was thinking from that same digital kit to add some mushrooms on the outside like that, and to put some silver thread behind those mushrooms. I struggle to do like the little messy pile of threading. I almost kind of want to pull it apart so that it's thinner, which is always so much fun because metallic threads are a pain in the neck to deal with. I always struggle with the messy pile of thread behind something. Like I always have a hard time. Like most of this is not visible because it's going to be glued on here. Let's take a look from the front side. See if we want to add a little bit more. Wait. I'm like, I want to do this, and I'm like, it's going to be a struggle. Because it's always a struggle when I try and do tape or do messy thread behind something. Because it just does not, it doesn't like me. Messy thread does not like me. Yes, that's more what I want. Now, I also have Lindy's Stampin' Gang Magical Shakers. It's Flickering Fairy Lights, and I've got some in some water that I want to add to this guy to kind of give it a little more sparkle. Don't know how well this is working. Oh, you know, I can see the sparkle. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but there's definitely sparkle there. There's a subtle little shimmer. And I think I'm going to use a foam dot to put it on. Thin foam dot. And actually, let's hit this with my heat tool so it can dry before I try and glue it on. Also pulled out a butterfly. I was thinking of maybe adding the butterfly up there. And yes, I know it needs antennae. I cut them off. I think I'm going to add a little of the, what is this? Lilac Rainbow Lustre Wax to that guy. Ooh. Know if it's showing up on camera, but it's giving like a iridescent purpley shimmer to it. That we're gonna need to give it antennae. Thinking I might just use the leftover thread. I'm going to, because even though it's a little frayy, let's snip that bit off. So we're going to add a little bit of glue the ends. Hopefully keep that from fraying any further. Definitely need a little trimming. So my gluing the ends did no good at all, since I had to trim them off, but I can put a little, redo the glue. And I think that's all I want to do to this. I think I am happy with that. All right, let me grab the piece for doing the journaling. So we did lace, frame, mushroom, and thread. All right, there we go. Let me give you a closer look. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that let YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting!